Hey, what's up everyone, welcome to my channel. As mentioned in my previous video, I am back with Mega Knight gameplay and how to use encounter. If you want watch specific topic, then a time skip in the description. He lands with a force of 1000 mustaches, then jumps from one foe to the next, dealing huge area damage. Stand aside. The Mega Knight will be unlocked from Hog Mountain, Arena 10, or a legendary chest. A Mega Knight card costs 7 Elixir to deploy. He and the Electro Wizard are the only troops that deal spawn damage. I think it can shift the matter with Night Witch. The Mega Knight is a troop targeting tank. Needless to say, these cards are not very popular. No one really likes the Packer or Giant Skeleton much. Sure, they can be fun to play, but probably won't see nearly as much use rate as Giants or even Golems. The Mega Knight is different. For one, it's a splash damage troop. As soon as you kill the card supporting the Giant Skeleton or Packer, it instantly can be swarmed. The Mega Knight, on the other hand, can easily take out most swarms despite its slow attack speed. For another, it has mobility, mostly in the form of its jump. Now this allows it to jump from troop to troop without having to slowly walk up to it like the Giant Skeleton and Packer. Not to mention its speed is medium, that of a baby dragon, instead of slow like a Packer. It can also one-shot almost all low health cards using its jump, and if it can't, then it can kill them with one extra swing. Such cards include the Ice Wizard, Cannon, Musketeer, Witch, Wizard, Tesla, Night Witch, Princess, Bomber, and so on. It seems to me as though this creates a good combination of damage and splash, and like I mentioned before, its mobility prevents it from having to slowly walk up to each and every troop. And finally, it has an enormous amount of HP. At tournament standards, it has more health than the Giant Skeleton and just 4% less health than a Packer. This allows it to survive long enough to kill lots of troops. Have you ever seen the video of a bandit dashing from troop to troop, killing them all in 1 to 2 hits? A Mega Knight is like that, except it has like 5 times more health than a bandit. Let's compare the statistics of the Mega Knight to some other troops. The Packer has almost the exact same health as the Mega Knight. It happens to have a tiny bit more. However, the big difference is that the Packer deals more damage, while the Mega Knight favors splash damage. In a 1v1, the Packer would win just about every time, simply because it has nearly 3 times as much DPS, despite the fact that they both have the same attack speed. On the other hand, against most troops, the Mega Knight would do much better, because it's so difficult to distract. At least it's harder to distract than a Packer. The Giant has 1% higher health than the Mega Knight, so it's practically the same. The big difference here, of course, is that the Giant targets buildings and costs 2 elixir less, but they're both tanks. Basically, I prefer the Mega Knight because it can fend for itself. True, an Inferno Tower or basically any air can take it out, but the Giant must have support, or else it can be defeated by 2 elixir goblins. Also, the Giant doesn't protect their support quite as much. If someone places a mini Packer behind the support troop, then the Mega Knight will probably turn around and attack the mini Packer, as long as it isn't already locked onto a target. That being said, the Giant costs 2 elixir less than the Mega Knight, and is harder to distract, so it's easily debatable which is better. The Giant Skeleton's only advantage is that it costs 1 elixir less and carries a giant bomb. It has a slightly higher attack speed, but its damage is pitiful, and it has 28% less health than a Mega Knight. It also doesn't have a jump ability, and it doesn't do splash damage. That being said, it does cost 1 less elixir, and that bomb can be devastating on defense. Just place the Giant Skeleton right on top of all their support troops and rest in peace, golem push. The bomb also does a ton of damage to an arena tower, but it's quite difficult to get the Giant Skeleton to the arena tower because it's so easy to distract. Even if you do get it to the arena tower, a single tornado can pull it back out of range. How to use Mega Knight. I believe that the Packer and Mega Knight might be really good together. Mega Knight plus Packer plus Executioner would be a formidable force indeed. Remember the PvP days? It'll be like that, but way more expensive. It even has 2 epics and 1 legendary. How to use Mega Knight with Packer. On defense, this guy probably won't be quite as good as he is on offense. He can, however, quickly take out a troop and turn into a counter push. The slam ability is enough to kill some low health troops and literally almost all ranged support troops, besides perhaps the Executioner. Bowler can be killed with 1 extra shot, so it's great for counter pushes. It's also quite good solo, much better than other tanks. However, you must watch out for air troops and occasionally infernos. Fire spirits or arrows should do the trick. Unlike the Bandit, he is not immune to damage while jumping. However, he can usually take the damage given its enormous health. How to counter Mega Knight. It can't target air. The main weakness of a Mega Knight is its inability to fight air troops. This means that if you can distract it long enough, bats alone can kill it. Bringing in a spell can easily solve this problem, but our troops can still be a pain to deal with. I think I've covered most of its problems. I know there are probably more, but that's all I can think of. Mega Knight cons. All troops have their disadvantages, and the Mega Knight is no different. I've been telling you how good it is the whole time. Now let me tell you the bad stuff. It's expensive. Other troops like the giant or giant skeleton may not provide quite as much value, but they cost less. A lot of good Mega Knight combinations work really well, but it can be quite difficult to place all the troops. Its DPS isn't fantastic. The Mega Knight might be more versatile than the Packer, but it lacks sheer damage. The Packer will win a 1v1 every time. Level hardly even matters in those battles. This is because the Packer simply deals more damage. A lot more damage. Like 2.6 times as much damage. I honestly hope this guide has helped you. All information and guide is references. Adam post. I give link in description. Point. He is a YouTuber. This video is made with help of his post, so check it out. And like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. So any recommendations or comments are greatly appreciated. See you in next time. Peace.